Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a full face, I believe, of drugstore products, affordable things that you can get at Ulta. I've purchased a ton of different stuff recently that I can't wait to share with you, but I did want to do this full drugstore look because I love drugstore. I know you guys love drugstore as well, so I wanted to dive into a few different things that I've purchased. I think I may have tried this. I may have tried this, but I can't remember. So we'll see today if I still like it or not, because I'm sure if I would have tried it, I would have tried it before I had moved. We have some Physicians Formula sculpting bronzers. We have a Milani cream blush. We have my favorite e.l.f. putty blush. We've just got some good stuff to try. So that's what we're going to work on today. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, let's just go ahead and hop on into it. Okay, like I said, we're just gonna kind of dive in and see what we can come up with. I'm just testing a few different things out. I have this ColourPop Whatever palette. I also have a few Juvia's Place palettes that I cannot wait to dive into, but since this is more on the drugstore side, I'm going to stick with the ColourPop one. But we're gonna go ahead and just start with our face. So I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution, the Super Smooth Skin Pore Fix. I have used this before with you guys, and it is awesome if you have texture. One thing I will say is after you apply it, I would let it sit for just a second and then continue on with your makeup, because I feel like it really needs to sink into the skin before it really does what it's supposed to, you know what I mean? Like pore filling and just making everything nice and smooth. Has a little bit of a fragrance too. I feel like I could not breathe for a second there, but it is a great primer. Just kind of let it soak in, do its thing for a second, and then put your foundation on top when it's not so slippery. So I'm gonna dive into this one. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation. I have a few different shades because you guys know my color fluctuates so much, but I have warm beige, I have natural tan, and then I have caramel beige. We're gonna kind of just dabble into each one. I honestly could probably go in with caramel beige and be fine, so we'll try to go in with this first. I've mixed natural tan and warm beige for my Instagram video and it worked out really well, but we'll try caramel beige today. This is number 856. So this is a super full coverage foundation. You can apply it with a brush or with a sponge. I just really love the way it looks on my skin. When I did use this before, or the previous times I have used this, I used it with the One Size Secure the Blur primer, which is one of my favorite primers at the moment. So I have not tried this foundation with this primer, so hopefully it's still really good. I did use it with a brush or a sponge and it was awesome. So this is supposed to be 24-hour full coverage, SPF 18, a naturally flawless finish, humidity proof, covers imperfections. It evens out skin tone, feels comfortable, lightweight, and breathable on skin. I agree with all of those. I wouldn't say it's transfer proof or anything. I have not tried this like a full day with a mask, so I cannot attest to if it works really well with a mask and if it stays on your nose. So I'm gonna apply it with a sponge. I think I do need a little bit of natural tan, so I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of natural tan in here and mix it up. This is really, really nice. Like, look at how pretty that is on the skin. It feels really nice. It is super full coverage, and it is a really nice foundation to wear throughout the day. Like, I really love this one, so I'm glad I remembered this because I keep trying so many new products. I'm like, hold on, I just did an Instagram thing on this. You can see this is a before. If you're curious, you're new. My redness is rosacea, so that's what's all over my face. And then this is it all covered up with this foundation. It looks so good. I'm using my DSMD Sponge, another really affordable option. Small business. This is not available at Ulta. It should be, so Ulta, you better hit her up. But it's a great affordable sponge. I think they're like $6 a piece. They're super squishy, but I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. But you can see it is such pretty flawless coverage. Okay, I have two concealers and I'm gonna feature this one today, but I also have the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in a concealer. I have not tried it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm usually not into squeezy tube concealers. I usually like something with a doe foot, but let me know if you've tried it out. But I have this Megalask Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer from Wet n Wild. I have the shade Light Medium and light beige. I think I'm gonna go with light medium for sure, but it says all day full coverage, anti-crease, so we'll see. All right, let's dive into this bad boy. This is what it looks like. Really nice packaging. I love packaging like this, something simple and sleek, and holds a lot of product on each side as well as the tip. I'm just going to blend this right in here. Feels good so far. See, it holds quite a bit of product. I applied one side with one part of the doe foot and then another side with the other, and it holds a good amount. I have not dipped back in yet, so I'm going to blend this out. Let me know if you've tried any of these products I'm mentioning to you. I have been stalking Ulta, my local drugstores as well, and just really trying to find some good stuff. This concealer is looking really nice over top of this foundation. Like nice and brightening and pretty. Blending like a dream. Okay, I'm gonna go right in here. This could be the new combo. These two right here. So for a bronzer today, I'm going to be trying the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. This is what it looks like. I have two different shades. This has jojoba oil in it. We have mocha and toffee. So I'm going to dive into mocha first. I think these are the only two shades. I don't think Physicians Formula has a ton of shades ever, so just keep that in mind. I wish they would have some more. So this is mocha. Woo, that's dark. Hold on. All right, let me look into toffee, because that is a dark bronzer, which is nice, but probably too dark for me. So let's go in with toffee and see what this one looks like. Toffee probably will be my jam. I think mocha might be too dark for me. So if you are darker than I am, you'll probably like mocha. So I'm gonna apply this in all the areas that I normally cream contour. So here, nose, get that underneath chin area. I'm gonna kind of just dab it. This is a little bit more warm. Mocha is definitely more cool toned. I'm going to take this new brush I got, which is the Morphe Detailed Powder Brush. It's small and it just looked like it'd be great for contouring. So we'll test it out here and see. Hopefully this blends out really well. This Physicians Formula one doesn't feel super creamy, but that could be a good thing for oily skin, like if it's not too greasy. This is nice. I feel like I could definitely maybe go with a little bit of mocha. Let's see how this blends out. Trying to make sure, blend out really nicely and blend up. I like a little bit of mocha to just snatch right in there. And then I always like to take a little bit of bronzer just on my cheek because I love a good bronzy skin. Yeah, I could definitely mix the two, but really not a bad cream bronzer at all. I'm gonna kind of go on my cheek again, and I'm gonna dab up here, and I'm also gonna take my sponge and just graze over this to be sure everything blends out nicely. And then I have another brush from Morphe that I purchased. This is the M164 that looks like it would be a great nose contour brush. So this is what this one looks like. Nice, flat, to the point, and then this is what the other one looks like, which I really like this, but let's see how this looks on my nose. So far I'm liking this cream contour. This is working for me. It's blending out well and it looks more matte, which I appreciate. Oh, I love it. Also, if you have any favorite cream products and you have oily skin, definitely let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions. It would kind of help me narrow things down. I'm gonna lightly take my sponge and just go over the sides and the top. Then take this right here and go right here. So far so good though. I do like these. I'm glad I got both colors because I could definitely see myself mixing and matching depending on what I'm looking for. Mocha is definitely darker than toffee. If you're lighter than me, I would totally go with toffee. And then if you're darker than me, I would just go with mocha. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a new cream blush. I have been obsessed with the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I actually just purchased a couple new colors. This one is in the shade Bora Bora. I did purchase Bali, and then I purchased the more coral toned that I can't wait to try, but this is a great blush. My favorite way to apply cream blush as of recently is this Sigma Flat Kabuki. It just works well for me. I can stipple it on and it blends really well. It doesn't move any of my makeup. I've not had that issue at all. I found this Milani one. That's pretty much true to color right there. This one's the shade Coral Crush. I got a thing for coral and spring's coming up, so have to try. But I'm going to just dabble my brush in there and I'm going to literally press on my skin. And I kind of rotate the brush like this, like especially right here, which I know is probably like, what the heck? But I just like to do that and I feel like it distributes the product really evenly. These kind of hot pink colors or hot corals can be really intimidating, but they're usually pretty forgiving. Like you can really blend most of these out, and I would just go in with a light hand at first and then build. Kind of went heavy on this side. This side's definitely more muted, but I like it a lot. I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm just going to roughly blend these edges, and just keep in mind you're going to be putting powder on top, so that could help you out if you apply too much. And then lately I've been applying a little bit to like the bridge of my nose just to kind of morph everything together. That's really pretty. I do like the color of this. I don't know which one I like more. I'm gonna have to see how it wears throughout the day. Go get the e.l.f. blush if you don't want to wait on it. But I will let you know about the Milani one as I wear it a few more times and kind of can get a good idea about it. But I am going to set it with my Revlon Candid Photo Ready powder. This is phenomenal. They do sell it like on Walmart and Amazon, like very sparingly. You have to find it. I actually need to buy a new one because it's a good dupe for the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. Like it's so nice. But I'm going to link what I can below and apply this to my skin. Now you could just stop here with your face products and apply like either a cream highlight or a powder highlight, whatever you want to do. But I do always like to add just a little bit of powder product, like powder bronzer, powder blush if needed, so that it really lasts throughout the day and I never have to touch up. One of my favorite powder bronzers recently has been this Makeup Revolution Warm Mega Bronzer. This is such a good matte bronzer. I did pick up this Kokie matte bronzer right here. This is in the shade Heat Wave, and I wanted to test this out, so this is the one I'm going to be using today. I'm just going to lightly touch this in the areas I would contour and bronze. This is very pigmented, so when you tap your brush in it, I would tap the excess off because look at that. It is pigmented. I could probably go down one shade. I don't remember what their shade range really looks like, but maybe just another shade down would be best. I love so many different bronzers, and I think I mentioned this in my last video, but using high-end bronzers, I love them, but like I'm always like, ugh. You know, if you're comparing drugstore and high-end bronzers, I mean, there's so many good drugstore bronzers, it's not even funny. Now I'm gonna blend that out. That seemed to work really well. I do like the color of it, and it is blending nicely. I think I went a little heavy-handed over here. This side looks good. My favorite blush palette lately has been this BH Cosmetics Vanilla Peach Truffle. So pretty. I'm just gonna dabble into the more orange tones and apply that to my cheeks. These are really pigmented too, so and then I'm going to just blend that out. So I have the Belgian Waffle palette from BH Cosmetics. That's a really pretty highlight. I'm not like super obsessed with it. The more I use it, the more I'm like, it's good. It's better swatched on your hands than it is like using a brush in my opinion, but I'm not like head over heels in love with it. But I want to try this Milani one, this Milani highlighter duo in Supercharged. Mainly this color right here is what drew me in. That's what we're going to try today. So I'm going to just put my brush in there. Yeah, that's pretty. That's nice. It's not like accentuating texture or anything. It's just really laying on the skin nicely. I'm gonna take, even though I did contour with this, I'm gonna just quickly dabble it in to the highlight and just ever so slightly highlight my nose. Just like that. Just like a really easy highlight. All right, now we're gonna dive into the ColourPop Whatever palette. I haven't really used a lot of ColourPop. I feel like they come out with so much stuff that I cannot keep up with them. First thing I'm gonna take is Copycat right here. I'm gonna toss that into my crease. Then I'm gonna go in with Pass It On, which is a little bit deeper, right into the crease in that outer V. Now I'm going into Mrs. Brightside, pretty plum. Gonna kind of dab this in the outer V. Then I'm going to blend that out. And then I'm gonna take a very small defined brush, going in Mrs. Brightside again. I'm just pressing this right up against my lash line, like so. For the lid, I'm thinking I'm gonna go in with Ditchin' You. Got lots of pickup on that one, just so I can show you guys. That's what it looks like. Packing this all on the lid with no powder. Oh no, I hope this doesn't get all over my face. It's pretty though. I'm gonna spray my brush with a little bit of this Super Hold setting spray. I don't really have like water or anything I can really set my brush with. I'm gonna give it a little mist there. Probably shouldn't use setting spray, but here we are. So let's just dive on in. That's super pretty with a little bit of a damp brush. I'm really gonna carve out that lid. I like that color a lot. Yeah, the setting spray probably was not the best idea, so I'll be ordering some MAC Fix Plus. Now I'm gonna touch up this bit of an outer V. Now I'm gonna go back in with Copycat, which is like the first color we use. I'm just gonna touch this in the crease really just to make sure everything's like nice and blended. I'm gonna go in with the shade Tardy, and I'm gonna apply this in the inner corner. This is probably really dangerous of me, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And I'm gonna work on making sure that blends out well. Just add a little something in there. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in with these Lily lashes, so I'll be back. I'm gonna do these Lily lashes, I'm gonna apply my brows, and then we will come back and wrap this up. Okay guys, I'm back. I have on Lily lashes. These are Mykonos. These are not drugstore, but she does have some good affordable options that just came out. They're like luxury synthetic lashes. She has a lot of really good ones. I think they range from like $15 to $20. So definitely check those out if you have not. And then for my brows, I did just use this Tattoo Studio from Maybelline. So, and I use the shade Blonde. I'm gonna finish up my lower lash line. I'm gonna take this CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-hour kohl eyeliner. I'm gonna line my waterline. I'm gonna take this flat brush again, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Mrs. Brightside and push this up against that black, just like that. Then I'm gonna go in with my pencil brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Copycat right here and blend that out and connect it to the outer V. Super important to blend this out, make it nice and smoky and just super smooth underneath there. Don't want any harsh lines. Now I'm gonna take my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. This is a really good mascara. It's kind of difficult to take off, but it's really nice. I'm gonna apply this to my lower lashes and then take my finger and slightly touch that right there. I am going to add just a little bit of a highlight to my brow. I'm going to use the highlight from this Milani palette that I used on my face because the lightest shade in the Whatever palette is just too glittery for me, and I don't want to use this as a highlight shade. So I'm going to go in with this one and just touch that right in there. So I'm going to take this Kokie Cosmetics Warm Nude Lip Liner. This has been one of my favorites recently. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to fill and line my lips. Just like that. This is another really creamy and smooth lip liner. I love it. Then I'm going to take this Morphe Madison Beer lip gloss. I don't know if this is still available. I got this forever ago, but this is in Mercury. It looks so pretty. And this is more on the affordable side as well. This is cute. Apply that over top. And there you have it. So that is our completed look. Now all I have to do is do my hair because it is flat. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Found some new products you probably wanted to try. I love pretty much everything in this video. There wasn't anything that stood out that I was like, ugh, no. I'm really excited for like the concealer foundation combo. I think the palette worked out really well too. And the blush, everything is working out. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments if you're gonna try any of this stuff out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.